Okay, she be gone every single night. Day and night on my mind, pushing a cute vibe.
How's it going, everybody? This is Untitled Chapter. Hope you're having another great day, and welcome back to another video. Alright folks, it's time for me to do another life update. In this series, I'll talk about everything that's been happening with me outside YouTube, everything that's been happening in my life, and I also talk a little bit about some of the content that I'm planning within the next few weeks or months down the line. And boy, let me tell you, there has been a lot that has happened to me over the last couple of months, and a lot of it was quite a bit of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and start with everything that's been happening to me personally. First, as you can probably obviously tell, the long hair is gone. In fact, the very first time ever, I have a side cut now, which actually looks pretty cool. I actually really like this, and I'm feeling like the next time I get a haircut, I should get something like this in the near future as well, because right now, I'm kind of liking this new do. Obviously, it's my once-a-year haircut just for the summer, because I really don't like having long hair during the summer, so I had to get it, but I already like it. But yeah, since my last update, it's been a lot of fun. I've gotten to do quite a bit of things over the last couple of months. A lot of them have been so much fun when it comes to community events, along with a whole bunch of sporting events. I actually went to one, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm going to do my best to go through each one of them briefly here, because it's quite a ton here on this list. Obviously, first off, I recently went to the ILSI induction ceremony in April, which was the first time since 2019 that I actually got to attend that ceremony. I saw the new class get inducted there, along with some of my old friends there. I haven't stepped into Union County College in quite a long time. In fact, it's been like almost 3 years since I last sat foot in there. So to get the opportunity to go there and see all my friends again, and also talk to some of the new people there, is a lot of fun. And you know, I'm just happy that I got to see them again. And during that same exact weekend, I got to go to the Best Buddies Walk at the College of New Jersey in Ewing. There, as I mentioned before, there was supposed to be two, but unfortunately the one that were taking place at Jersey City was rained out because of weather. But this one, it was mean and clean the entire way, and me along with a few other staffers from New Jersey Symphony, we got to go there and we had a lot of fun. There was a lot of stuff that was happening there. We had our walk. There was even a raffle that was going on, and we also had a lot of other activities too to go along with that. And so that was such a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. As I mentioned before, Best Buddies New Jersey, I've been with them for the last couple of years, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate them, not just for helping me, but for pulling this off. And this was my first Best Buddies walk, along with some of the other staffers that went there with me as well. And I'm hoping that I can still bring the both of them together as partners in the near future to do more stuff like this. And so this was obviously part one, and I've really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun that day. The fun didn't stop there. The very next month, I got to go to Red Bull Arena for my first Red Bulls game in nearly 3 years. However, this was a more different tone, because at the same time, we also got to do a pre-game concert, as in the case that it was Star Wars night there. Obviously, the very next week, we're having our Star Wars concerts, and so for the weekend before, we actually got to do a pre-game concert with a few of us symphony musicians, and even we had a few of our friends from Star Wars there. You know, some of the characters that have been dressing up there, they were able to attend, and it was a lot of fun too. And I got to see the game afterwards, which was with the Red Bulls and the Portland Timbers. Unfortunately, that one ended in a tie, but still, either way, it was a lot of fun there. And for somebody that's usually not a soccer fan, it was a little bit of an extra flavor to kick in regards to that night. So it was a little wet and a little bit cold for May Day, but still, it was a lot of fun to do. And then, of course, we had our Star Wars concert the very next weekend, and film concerts are usually some of the more entertaining ones that we do, because usually when we have our concerts there, we actually have a projection on the screen, and we actually play the entire score of the film while the film is actually playing. So that's definitely a very interesting thing that the symphony does, and to see all of that happen at the NJPAC location in Newark, and even see all the characters from Star Wars again there, yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then the very next week, I got to go to Spring into Music, which was a special gala that the New Jersey Symphony did. You know, I got to volunteer there, helping with registration, and also helping out with the auction as well. You know, it was almost similar to a gala that I did 3 years ago when I was at Union County College during October of 2018. So really, the same thing could apply here in this one, but that was also quite a bit of fun. I really enjoyed my time there, and it was definitely a very fun event. I didn't speak to a whole lot of people, but hey, it was definitely a very interesting night. And finally, just most recently, we finished up with our 2021-22 season. We had our last 2 subscription concerts of the season. In fact, we had our very last one last weekend, and for that one, it was a jazz-themed performance. Usually, it was all classical music along with a few new contemporary pieces. This one was a jazz-themed celebration to end the season, and it was a lot of fun. And you know, since joining New Jersey Symphony in August, it has been such a joy to be a part of. You know, I can't tell you how much of a family that I have been a part of here at New Jersey Symphony, and everyone established that I've been with, along with all the musicians, they have brought me a lot of joy in doing the job that I'm doing right now. And just like that, season 1's already over. I mean, it went by really quickly. So, you know, I'm very thankful for all the memories that I got experienced during the first season. And you know what? I ain't done just yet. We got a whole bunch of summer concerts that we got planned. We got a Cone Institute a month from now, and of course, we kick off our 100th season in October. And I really cannot wait for that. That's going to be so much fun, and I really hope that I get to see some of you there as well. Because, and even though it's outside of the genre that most of you mostly know, it's still a lot of fun. Classical music can still be entertaining, so I definitely hope that I get to see some of you there. It's going to be a very fun start to the year. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun over the last few months. Quite a bit to talk about, a lot of events, and you know what, we still got a whole lot more during the summer. And you know what, I'm spending the week relaxing. You know, I had a PTO week, so I got a chance to recharge and get myself ready for the summer stretch ahead of the season, and so far I've been enjoying it. I did my second ever week-long video game hunt extravaganza, which is very exciting. I'll get to tell you a little bit what I picked up at the very end of this month. And of course, I also did that challenge at Are You Hungry, which again, I will not talk a lot about here in this video. I already explained a little bit about why the challenge went the way it did last week, and I'm just going to leave it there. If you still want to know exactly what happened there, just watch the video in the link in the description below, and you'll find out the answer from there. But yeah, it was a lot of fun the last few months. A lot of great things that I got to do, and yeah, there's only a lot more throughout the second half of the year to go. I mean, the first half of this year went by very quickly, and so as we all know, the second half is when things get a lot more exciting. So I really can't wait for the second half of 2022 starting next month, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next, because it's been a very fun year from my purpose this year. Alright, next up, I'm going to talk about all the content that I'm planning over the next few weeks, and I've actually uploaded quite a bit of content over the last couple months that have been really interesting, but I still have a few more that I'm also planning for the next few weeks as well. So here's a look of some of what I'm planning for the next couple of months. As always, I got a lot more video game content on the way. I got a few reviews as well, along with a couple more Hall and Games videos, especially one at the end of this month, as I have just mentioned before. And I'm also thinking about doing a video about how you can get involved in video game collecting if you are interested in becoming an avid video gamer. Now, obviously, if it was at any other time, this would be a lot easier, but this is an extremely difficult time to get involved in it because everything has literally gotten so expensive over the last few months. I mean, literally, you look around everywhere, you can tell it has gotten very expensive lately. So it will be a lot harder for you to be able to get involved in it. But I'm thinking about doing a video on that. So stay tuned within the next few weeks. I'm going to do a little bit of a video on how you can get involved in video game collecting if you want to get into that, and how you do it wisely as well, because you want to be smart when you're doing something like this when it comes to your money. So stay tuned within the next week or so. I'll do a video on that. I've also uploaded quite a few random floss videos over the last few weeks, and so obviously those have gotten a little bit of a pickup recently, and I'm thinking about doing a lot more. One topic in particular that I'm thinking about doing is it better to exercise during the summer or during the winter, particularly in regards to weight loss? I've read quite a bit that working out in the winter, especially walking in the winter, actually does a lot more when it comes to weight loss, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that work out in the summer that prefer to do their weight loss during that time. I don't know. It's a really interesting debate, so look out in the near future. I'm thinking about doing a video on that along with a couple other topics. Documentary style videos are also in the works. I did one a couple months ago in regards to Bookie 2988 and all the struggles that he has went through. I'm looking at doing a couple more of those within the next couple of months. I know I mentioned I was going to do one in regards to React Media, or formerly FBE. I didn't get the chance to do that within the last couple of months, but hopefully I get to do that video within the next couple of months or so, because that's a channel that I used to watch quite a bit on YouTube until everything went down in 2020 in regards to the scandal over there. As I said before, I tried to do a documentary on that in 2020, but things didn't pan out there. So hopefully within the next couple of months I'll do something like that, along with a couple other documentary style videos as well. And I'm thinking about doing at least one more food challenge video. I mean, yes, not a restaurant challenge video, because I ain't doing anything like that again. But I'm thinking more about, because like there's actually a nearby Dunkin' Donuts that's nearby. I've been thinking about trying to do like a whole case of Dunkin' Donuts donuts within like a short amount of time. You know, like a case of like 12 donuts or something like that, because they have a lot of donuts. I really like that place when it comes to a good morning donut there. And so trying to do a few of them in a short amount of time, that's a crazy thing that I have in my mind considering the amount of sugar that they have in them. But hey, you know what? I'm a lot slimmer now than I was a few years ago. So you know what? Maybe I can give that a shot, because once again, I've been losing a little bit more weight than I have lately, and I need to bulk back up again without getting obese, obviously. So stay tuned. I might do a video on that if I have the stomach to actually go through it this time, unlike the last time I did the Are You Hungry challenge. And yeah, I still got a lot of other content to go along with all of that within the next couple of months. So this summer there's going to be a lot of very fun videos that I'm going to get to make. And also stay tuned, because all the people from New Jersey Sip that I mentioned as well, might see them a little bit more in my future videos as well if the opportunity arises there. So stay tuned from there. You might get to see a little bit more of them in my future videos, but they have a lot of great content coming up, and I'm looking forward to getting to produce it for all of you guys, so that way you can enjoy all the stuff that I'm bringing out within the next couple of months. It's going to be a very fun summer full of content. And finally, because it is the weekend of June 19th, I feel like that would be important to end this video in recognizing Juneteenth yet again. Obviously, as we all know by now, June 19th is a very historic day in which it was really the abolition of slavery. Remembering back in 1864 or 1865, I don't remember what it was, but it was somewhere around that time. It was almost like the complete abolition of slavery, which had taken place from the Revolutionary War all the way up to the Civil War, in which the Union were able to fend off the Confederates and give every African American that was treated as a slave their freedom back, and obviously the chance to live freely, which of course we as the United States are proud to live in. This is, I believe, the second year I believe that we have recognized this as a federal holiday. In fact, the New Jersey Sip actually closed their offices today just to recognize this event. But you know, obviously the last couple of years since everything that went down in 2020, Juneteenth has gotten a lot more attention now than ever before. And I do feel like it's important that we continue to recognize that, because it is a very important holiday to recognize exactly how African Americans have been able to get here to this point. And we would just celebrate the end of what was a very torturous time during that time in the Civil War, and celebrate the freedom that we all have. So yeah, I'm keeping it brief in regards to that, but obviously if you're a person that enjoys history, I definitely would encourage you to take a look back during those times of the Civil War, learn a little bit about slavery, and really just, you know, understand how we got here to this point. So obviously to everybody, happy Juneteenth to everyone, and I really hope you enjoy that Sunday. But otherwise, I got a lot of content that I got planning over the next few months, along with a lot of other fun events that I'm going to get to take part of, and I'm really looking forward to the summer. It's going to be a very fun one, and the next time you'll get a life update from me, it will be all the way in mid-September. So it'll be at least an extra month, or at least 2 or 3 months before you get another life update from me. But hey, this is going to be a very fun summer, so no matter where you are, I hope all of you enjoy it, because although it's going to be hot, there's going to be a lot of fun things that you get to do during the summer, especially going to the beach and surfing a little bit if you want to. So I really do hope that you all get to enjoy your summer as it kicks off this month. Otherwise, that's going to do it for another video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. Comment below for future suggestions for all my videos, whether it's vlogs, projects, or challenges. You name it, leave it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for another video. Hope you're all having another great day. As always, I hope to see all of you again in another video very soon. So long, everybody.